April 5th, day after Easter. Beautiful, beautiful day here. Just waiting for buddy Geoff to come pick me up. We got a little overnight excursion plan. He just bought a new sleeping bag, so we wanted to go and sleep in the cold one more night before the winter season comes to an end and before the real shoulder season starts. But based on this beautiful day, I'd say it's already shoulder season. Still got the big pack. I was going to bring the smaller pack, but I still got the big pack because I still got the big winter sleeping bag. But check out what I have today that's very unique. Some of you folks will recognize this. It's a hockey stick, and in the bag, hockey gloves, and buried in there, skates. That's because we're going to Lake Minnewanka, easy hike. But then after the fact, I thought, well, hey, if we're going to Lake Minnewanka, let's bring the skates. Maybe we can skate out there. So I was out on Lesser Slave Lake a couple of weeks ago, and there's still 3 feet of snow or ice there. So I'm not worried. There's going to be a lot of thickness of ice. I just hope that it's not snow covered. Which reminds me, now I need to go get a puck. Bingo. This is a Flying Dutchman, fully restored, raced in a couple of different Olympics in the 60s and 70s. It's a day sailor with a retractable centerboard. Very fun to race, very fun to sail, very, 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 very fast. Alright, so me and Geoff are doing Minnewanka. We had ambitious plans, but as you can see, there's too much ice or snow on the lake, so it wasn't suitable for skating. We started out where those people are, and our plan was to just walk across and shave some time. But this is a creek that comes out here, and this is a reservoir. You can see the dam, so the water levels underneath go up and down. So there's a gap underneath the ice, which makes it dangerous there. And since there's a creek flowing, there's moving water, so the ice there got pretty thin pretty quick, so we couldn't come across. So we had to use the trail. But as we go this way, the ice will be thick, but we don't need to walk on the ice. It's too bad. I was hoping it was going to be epic and we were just going to skate across. Geoff and I both brought hockey sticks and a puck, and we're going to skate and shoot the puck back and forth, but some other day. Just a beautiful walk. We're making good time. This part of the trail is definitely south facing. There's April 5th.
I think we've walked 7K so far.
7K?
Yeah.
So we're right.
2 hours including our little stop.
2 hours already?
Yeah.
All this wood. Hang tough, bud.
What?
Hang tough. Easier when there's no snowshoes on. So there's 10 food lockers, and then those big ones are because people come here by kayak or by canoe and camp here. Not gonna be starving. Refilled canister.
Is that what your new ones, eh?
Yeah. She full. That didn't take very long. Cup of soup and a Easter day after turkey sandwich. You've seen this before, folks, but I never get tired of filming it. Geoff here is a bartender, so he's making us some smoked old fashions or
Smoked whiskey sours.
Smoked whiskey sours. Found some nice little pieces of wood there, burnt them under the cup. Got the smoke going underneath the cup. He mixed all his ingredients there, his sugar and his bourbon and his, what else, lemon, egg white
and Angostura, the bitters.
Yeah, and the bitters. We could burn the plastic and have a little chlorine smell to it.
We could. Come find us in the morning.
Look at the setting over my shoulder. This is where we're celebrating the day after Easter. I don't know what this day.
Easter Monday.
Easter Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Happy Easter.
Yeah. Cheers, folks. Ooh, that's strong. Actually has a little bite, but then it goes down very nicely. Very nicely. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think I might have overdid the booze, but whatever.
Oh well. We haven't even set up our camps yet. I mean, the rule of hike no farther than the number of hours of daylight. It's already, the beauty of being in Canada at this time of the year is that the days are getting longer. We ended daylight saving time a couple of weeks ago, so now we have sun until 8:30. So we're in no rush. We're gonna, we had lunch, having a quick drink. We'll set up our tents, go get some firewood, go for a walk on the lake.
And more drinks.
Yep. Didn't take long. We did short work. Every one of those is just a dead tree. We didn't even fall any trees. These are all dead trees that were on the ground. And actually, I should have videotaped when we were leaving. They were making fires in the parking lot. So they were Parks Canada was collecting deadfall under the canopy at the trailhead and making fires. Very, very bold on their part, because those fires could easily get out of hand. But they were burning the underbrush near the parking lot as a preventative. That's what I'm talking about. Man, we could have so skated this. I don't know why I got nervous. Like I mean, I know the ice is like, this ice is 3 feet thick. Like, I just got nervous because of that darn creek.
It's down where the
the
outlet.
But there's no concerns whatsoever. I've been on lakes like this my whole life, and I've walked on them, and it just, I don't know. It was a weird feeling. Quite honestly, walk all the way down this lake right now. We could have skated this. It would have been a little extra work compared to, say, skating on a freshly Zamboni ice, but it might be tough. Oh, I'm giggling like a kid. Who doesn't love this? So who among my fans, or my followers, my fans, who has never walked across a frozen lake, never mind driven one? And I'm going to post a video in the next couple of weeks of ice fishing trips. I did a couple of ice fishing trips this year, and driving trucks across the ice. But who's never walked on a frozen lake? Give me a comment on that. This is quintessentially Canadian. We're walking on a frozen lake. I wish we could have skated on the frozen lake. So you get this hard rock, and actually out there is about 7-8 feet lower. Then you come here, and you can see how when the lake is this high and the waves are bringing in this rock, and then sometimes the lake is a little bit higher and then pushing up here, so you can see the changes in elevation of the lake. Because that end of the lake has a dam, so it's a reservoir. It does make power for the town of Banff. One up there. 2 here. Every time I visit a campsite, I like to walk around, and people leave rope, tent pegs, all sorts of stuff. So this is number 1. That tree had a... Through there, the lake does a dog leg and then heads that way, and then that's called Devil's Gap. And if you head that way, you can come out, it intersects with the Ghost River, and you can come out almost at Cochrane. Remember, folks, that means it's not occupied. If you leave it like that, then the assumption is somebody's in there. That's how I found it. Yeah, no.
Nope. Not there. Nope. Try again.
good enough. And sorry for the wind, but so then everybody says that bears have this amazing sense of smell. So okay, so there's a bear over there and he's tired of eating berries and he smells something. So he smells my general area. Well, which way is he gonna come? He's actually not gonna come from that way. He's a bear, he's smart. He's gonna walk around and he's gonna go downwind and he's gonna approach me downwind because he doesn't want his spray or me or whatever to detect him. So now he's coming up and I've spread my food and everything. I got my tent over here, but I'm hanging I got my tent over there, but I'm hanging my food over there. And what's the bear gonna do? Is he gonna walk and ignore all these other smells? No, he's gonna visit your whole campsite. So be careful with the notion that hanging your food or putting it somewhere is making things safer. A curious bear who detects these smells is gonna wanna come and investigate. Now, if you hang your food, it's not a deterrent. He might not be able to get to it, but the best deterrent is if you fight for your food, which means that when he comes into your campsite, you scream, you make noise, you challenge him with your bear spray, but you let him know that this is not easy. Otherwise, if you're sleeping and the bear walks past you and he goes to your food, you're not doing anything to discourage the behavior. So the only way to discourage the behavior of bears thinking that we're easy food is if not only we make it hard for them to get to the food, but we make it intimidating. We have to scare them, because if they can just sneak around, they're not going to learn. They're just going to learn to sneak around. So when you see a bear, you have to challenge and make noise and defend this territory. Yeah, the wind wants to go under and pick it up, but I made sure it's anchored solidly. All right, this is what it's all about. Check out this view from my tent. Yeah, so we came in, lots of daylight, had lunch, sat around a bit, relaxed, went for a walk. No rush to put up the tent. I mean, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. So then the next step was to cut firewood. We got lots of firewood for tonight. Then I put up the tent. Everything's settled in. Now we're just gonna relax, make a fire, cook supper, have some really nice conversation, and just enjoy this beautiful spring day. First hike of the spring. Still on a record. I've hiked every month since August 2019. Haven't missed a month yet. So 52 nights under the stars last year, and I think so far this year I'm on 7 or 8. It's gonna be hard to beat 52. In fact, I hate to say it, folks, but I'm getting kind of tired. My knees are hurting, and I don't know if I'm gonna hike as aggressively. I got one goal this year. I won't say what it is. I have one place I want to get. Once I get there, everything else after that, no big deal. I have lots of friends who want to go hiking with me, and they keep saying that, Marty, we want to go somewhere where you've never been. I'm like, don't worry about that. So if you're a friend of mine and you want to come hiking, and you want to go somewhere that I've been before, I don't care. Like, redoing a hike is okay. It's all about the new experience. Every time I redo a hike, it's a different experience. It's a different feel. It's different stories. Maybe I do it in a different direction. Maybe I take it, a twist. So like I said, I got one hike that I want to do for sure on my own. But beyond that, there's no major objective. I don't get the objective of people having too many targets. Just get out there and hike, folks, and have fun. Like, given a choice of front to back, side to side, what do you prefer?
Front to back.
Front to back,
yeah.
Head higher, right?
Head a bit higher.
I think most people are like that.
Like inside, I'm going to be sleeping on kind of an angle, and I put my backpack there so I don't slide.
That's what I do. Yeah. You stuff a few things on that side, a clothes bag, a backpack, and then it keeps you a bit from rolling.
Yeah, and the clothes bag behind my head so the pillow doesn't slide off.
Yeah. Geoff's packing 2 pieces of new gear that I'm curious about. That's one of the reasons we came here today, is he's packing a Canadian-made sleeping bag, right?
Yep.
Made by a guy in Calgary. Wilderness excursions.
It's a minus 12-degree bag.
Can you open it and show the baffles what you were talking about?
The baffles are, I thought they were quite loose.
Yeah.
But
Do they Velcro when you're zipped in?
no, you pull this.
Yeah.
And the baffles just kind of hug around your neck.
Bingo.
And your shoulders.
Bingo. Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice color.
It was a bargain.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. Well, I'll let you know after tonight.
Yeah. What you got in your hands there? Just tell people. Back in summer mode now, so we're.
Yeah. Well, this area especially is grizzly habitat. They close it off to 4 people or more in the summer. You can't hike with less than 4 people. We haven't reached that point yet, but that kind of shows how.
You can't even hike here in the summer. Well, you can hike, but you can't camp here. This is closed in the summer.
Oh, did they close it?
They closed this campsite. Yeah. Yeah. The reason. So we're on the shores of Lake Minnewanka. This is the junction that goes up to Aylmer Pass, and so the small valley up towards Aylmer Pass is just full of buffalo berries, which is an absolute favorite food of bears and grizzlies. And so they know historically they have a problem with bears in this area, so they mandate that you travel in groups of 4. And the reason for that is just an old study that says that there's never been an attack on a group of 4 hikers or more. So statistically, if you're in a group of 4, the odds of being attacked are pretty low, and so that's why they recommend, it's the rule, you have to be in groups of 4 when you're hiking here between July and September. We found a garbage bag with some fire starters in it, so we're just burning that bag.
Bit thick, but it'll go.
I didn't show all the cooking. Geoff's got a fantastic steak and he bought a medley of vegetables. So I got some of that medley in here and I cooked a smoky. I was lazy. I don't often go and do groceries just for these trips. I just raid the pantry. So at home we seem to always have smokies. I asked Karen, is there a steak in the house? There is no steak. I wasn't going to go buy a steak, and I always tell people I lose my appetite out here. But in French, on dit l'appétit vient en mangeant. So as you eat, the appetite comes. So now I'm hungry because I'm eating this. Like a fort.
Did you do a tent photo?
Yeah, I thought so, but yours was better. Yeah.
And drinks.
What's that?
Booze, fire, company, drinks, food. Life is good.
Look at how sophisticated this campsite is. Flip these benches on their side and you get a windbreak. And then beautiful fire. Still lots of firewood. Melting some snow. All right, 11:20, and fantastic day. I just love hiking with. I love hiking alone, but I totally enjoy hiking with people. And Geoff's a great companion. We just sat around a fire, had a wonderful dinner, and then just talking, having a nice conversation, and
the wind died down, the stars came out. It's just gorgeous. And now I'm going to bed. And it's the shoulder season, so it's a lot different than going to bed in winter. You know, my feet are not cold. Nothing's cold. I got my minus 25 sleeping bag. I'm going to be so warm tonight. I have no doubt about that. And, you know, you can kneel next to the tent and get things organized, and your knees are not getting soaking wet. Your hands are not getting cold because it's warm. You know, it's minus 3, minus 4, but for all intents purposes, it's very warm. So anyways, going to bed. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I think we're probably gonna walk along the lake tomorrow to shortcut it, and just to make it so interesting instead of taking the trail back. We'll decide tomorrow, but great day. Good night, folks. See you in the morning.